Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, the hottest drone of 2024 so far has been the DJI Avata 2. Almost everybody I know has purchased one of these. And why? Because they really improved it. And one of the biggest things they improved was the camera. You can really get good cinematic footage with this FPV drone now. So with that in mind, you absolutely need some good filters for this drone. And by filters, I'm talking about ND filters, UV filter, and a polarizer. Freewell is providing all of that now. They've got some good, a good kit here. You got the standard day 4-pack of ND filters. So you've got an ND 8, 16, 32, and 64. Plus you have a polarizer and you have a UV filter. A UV filter is good just to put, particularly with an FPV drone like this, just to protect that lens if nothing else. Let's open these packages up and let's take a look at how they fit on the drone itself. Okay, let's start by getting you a closer look at the package. So this is the standard day 4-pack with the ND filters in it. And then you have the polarizer right here. And next, the UV filter. Good way to protect the lens on your drone. Okay, starting with the ND filter set, they always give you a little package with a cleaning cloth, and it's got a QR code on the top there for instructions, and there's some instructions inside the package. Freewell always includes that, and it's a handy thing to have. So they give us a nice jewel case, and it has of course, some plastic on the top, which is always it's always fun to pull that off. See if I can get a hold of it here. That satisfying sound of pulling that plastic off. And it looks like I have some more on here. Yeah. So there you can see on the top row we've got the 8 and the 16. Bottom row we've got the 32 and the 64. And they just fit right in the case here. Let's pull this 64 off. You can see how it just fits in the case there. And then the polarizer, they give you another nice case and a cleaning cloth that comes with it. Handy to have. So you just have a pull tab on the side here and pull it up. And there's our polarizer right there. And again, they give you a nice case to store it in. And then finally the UV filter. Similar case to what we saw with the polarizer, and again another cleaning cloth, and let's pull that open, and there you have it. They always give you an elegant storage solution with all of their filters at Freewell. Okay, I've got just the clear UV filter here, and the way you're going to put this on the drone is you've got a kind of a groove at the top of the filter there that fits right into the lip on the lens of the Avata 2. So you just put that over and then snap the bottom side in. I don't know if you could hear that, but as I push down on both sides, it snapped in. And it's on there tight. When you remove these, you've got to pull pretty hard to get them off. So they got it figured out where it snaps in there quite firmly. Okay, so there it is. I've got the UV filter on my Avata 2, and I'm just going to leave that on there all the time because it'll protect the lens even in case of a crash. It would break that before it broke the lens on the camera, which is you know, what you would want to do. And obviously these are the kind of drones that you're putting them in harm's way quite often. So I think that's just a good idea. But I can't wait to get out and try the ND filters as well. It's a bright sunny day today, so I'm going to get out and try these out. And yeah, let's get out in the field and let's see how the footage looks using the Freewell standard day 4-pack ND filters. Okay, I'm finally out in the field. It's been a couple days since I put together that introduction video to the filters that you saw, but I'm out at Julius Kleiner Park. It is a bright sunny day today, and so we're going to start out with a polarizer. I'm going to put the polarizer on the Avata 2. We're going to fly out over the ponds, see how well that cuts the glare that you would normally see without a polarizer on the lens of your drone, in this case the Avata 2. And then once we're done with that, I'll grab the standard day 4-pack here. It's really bright. I'm not sure if I'll put the ND32 or the ND64 on there, but we'll put that on there, and it should get us some really nice video. Slow down that shutter speed so that we get some really good looking video. I would recommend at any other time just keeping the UV filter on your drone, if nothing else, just to protect this little lens. If you look at that lens is sticking out there, this guy is just another layer of protection for that. So let's quit messing around. Let me get the polarizer on here and let's get this bird in the air. Okay, let me see if I can get you a close-up look of the polarizer on here. It took just a second to get it on there, and one of the things that I wanted to point out is I was very careful when I put it on, and I still noticed I had a couple of smudges on it. So they provide a lens cleaner with it, and I'm glad they do. So just remember that once you put the filter on, just take a second and wipe it off and clean off any inadvertent smudges that you might have on there. I thought I was being really careful, but you know, evidently I got something on there. In any case, got the polarizer on there. Let's take off. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I put the ND64 filter on there. And again, I'm going to tell you, use that cleaning cloth, because no matter how careful you think you're being, you're going to get a few smudges on that lens. But it works out just fine. And these lenses, once you get the hang of it, they're pretty easy to put on there. It just snaps into place, and you know, you kind of got to hold the camera with two hands and pull it on and off, but as soon as you feel that snap, it's in there pretty solid, and you have to pull it pretty hard to get the other one off. Again, I would make sure that you're holding the camera steady when you do that. But anyway, we got the ND64 on this bright, beautiful day today. Let's get this bird in the air and let's see how it looks. Okay, we're all fired up here. Yeah, let me get that camera down a little bit. And I got to remember to hold my head up, and you know, got my hat balanced on the back here. But we got that polarizer on, so let's go ahead and let's go straight up, and we'll head out over the pond and see how well these polarizers will help us with glare. So you can see they're doing a little bit of, or they just pulled their trucks out. Yeah, looks like we've had some people doing some burnout contests down here. But they were doing some landscape work over here just a couple of minutes ago, and looks like they've moved off. But here is the little pond here at the park. And you know, I can see a difference already. So let's kind of move down on here. And yeah, I'll turn around the other way so you can see some reflection there. I don't think I would see that otherwise without this polarizer on there. You can definitely see down into the pond. You can see the you know, where it's shallower on the end. And yeah, so lots of folks here, so we're not going to bother people too much. You know, try and stay up out of the way. A lot of people fishing and so forth, so we don't want to bug them. So we'll stay a little bit higher where they're at. But let's move around here. Boy, I tell you what, I'm pleased. This looks really good. Let me see if I can get further down here, get past that goose, and we'll get further down here. Now, I'm seeing a little bit of sparkles down there below because you know, we're kind of facing into the sun now. And let's go with the smaller pond here and see what we can see. And yeah, look, okay, so go down, you can see the actual glare of the sun itself right there. Without the polarizer, that would be blinding the whole screen. So that's how a polarizer is going to help you with your Avata 2, and it's cool that that Freewell offers that product. So okay, I think we've kind of made that point. Let me bring this guy back to me here, and we'll land and we'll put an ND filter on there. I'm going to go probably with an ND64, I think, because it's pretty, as you can see, I'll do a quick see if I can do a quick twirl around here so you guys can see there's not many clouds in the sky. Well, over by the Boise front there is, but mostly it's just a blue sky, bright day. But you can see where I'm at down there. Let's bring this guy down. And that's the cool thing about this drone, is you have that kind of visibility. Let's turn it in front here, and let's see if we can set it up right in front here. And then I'm going to hold. I can come a little bit closer, I think, and then we're going to hold that button down for an auto land, and down it comes. Let me change the filter. I think I'm going to put an ND64 on there, and let's see how that looks. I needed to take it out of that pause mode, which is a handy feature. So let's go straight up. Man, I'll tell you what, this thing is just so much fun. So I like adjusting that thumb wheel so that you can do what I just did there, you know, go straight up and without flying forward, right? I like to, there's times when I think you want to just be able to punch straight up, so that's why I adjusted the rates so that I could do that. So you can kind of see I'm right at the edge of the park here, and I'm just going down the parking lot here because I know we're going to be out of people's way then. And let's take you out, and I haven't got horizon leveling or any of that stuff on, but we're going to, like I said, there's some people on the ridge there. We're going to try and stay out of, we're not going to go over the top of any folks, but yeah, gosh, the pickleball court, there's a couple people out there, but yeah, not much going on, is there? One of the things I like about this drone is you can let go of the trigger, and you can move the camera up and down, but it's not going to move. So you have to kind of half pull the trigger, and then I can change the yaw motion, etc. So okay, we saw that. Let's go on up here, and we can kind of take a look at the what would a trip to Kleiner Park be without looking at the band shell here. And yeah, there's not a lot going on. I see one of the groundskeepers is here doing something, who knows what. But yeah, let's go back over. So much to, you know, again, of course, we're looking at the effects of the ND filter. There's some guys down there playing disc golf. I'm always tempted to call it frisbee golf. Don't do that. It's disc golf. Looks like they did some work on the sprinklers down here, didn't they? But in any case, you know, I was talking about this park has so much to offer. It's got a number of these picnic shelters that you can reserve if you've got an event or something. And what I keep thinking is, what is this thing going to look? It's giving me a high wind velocity, which, boy, I'm not feeling much wind at all. Anyway, had a high wind velocity warning there for a second. We're just kind of easing our way through the park here. I see there's some bees kind of flying around the drone. They don't like the sound that it's making. But the point that I was going to make was, and I had a loud noise here. I'm going to pause for a second. That was just somebody slamming their car door, and I dropped my hat, so put my hat back on. So I could have, in that case, I could have used get the goggles adjusted again. You know, you always, whenever you move them around like that, you kind of got to readjust. And by the way, these goggles are very, very comfortable. So let's get out of pause mode here. And the point that I was going to make was about as this park matures, these trees are going to look really good. We're down to 52% battery, so we'll keep going here. Got another high, I had another, just for a second, a high wind velocity warning, which is interesting because it just doesn't feel that windy. But yeah, so I'm going down on, So without the PL filter, I'm seeing a lot more glare on top of the, you can see the difference. Even with the ND filter on there, we're getting a lot more glare on these ponds than we had when we had the Polarizer. So I don't know if eventually they'll come out with a, yeah, and even right there, boy, look at the glare on that we didn't see with the Polarizer on there. So I don't know if eventually they'll come out with Freewell will come out with a filter let me see, a filter that will be a combination ND filter and Polarizer. So I'm grabbing some altitude, and let's see, I'm going to try and do a little bit of a rotation around. It's kind of, yeah, I'm going too fast. Let's ease that off a little bit. Had a little bit of a rainbow there, but I'm just trying to do a rotation. Not as easy as it looks. I know that a lot of people do that with head tracking. They prefer doing it with head tracking. Battery, we're still at 44%, so we're good. Where I haven't taken you today is over across to the other sculpture over here. Again, kind of blowing the, preaching how the value of city parks, etc. This is another one. Boy, this side, boy, they put a bunch of picnic tables out here. That's probably where I should have set up at. I like when they have picnic tables out amongst the park. But another sculpture over here on this side. There's just a lot of interesting things to look at. I'm going to go up here a little bit, and let's see if again if I can yeah, I'm going to try and do a rotation here. I'm struggling today getting a rotation. Well, there we kind of did one. But yeah, I'm not as steady today as I've been on other days. So let's see, 36% battery. Let's bring this guy on home. In fact, let's see if we can get into sport mode here. Yeah, there's sport mode. Let's see how fast this guy will come home to us. So we're grabbing some altitude, heading across. Yeah, look at that. We're hitting better than 14 meters per second. Yeah, 15 meters per second right there. So this drone will haul the mail when it needs to. Again, with the motion controller. Okay, let's put it back into normal mode. Normal mode selected. And you can see where I'm at over there. Let's kind of go a little bit past it. And I will drop down here. And we can bring it a little bit closer. Okay, let's just hold that button down and we'll put it in landing mode here. And there we are on the ground. Hey, okay, I'm doing the conclusion to this video in my office. Had some problems with my camera out in the field, but in any case, the DJI Avata 2, such a capable little drone, and these Freewell filters really complement it well. I was really impressed with how the Polarizer reduced the glare when we went over the ponds and so forth. Made a huge difference, and even the colors looked deeper. In other words, the color of the sky was bluer, the grass was a little greener. Really impressed with what the Polarizer did. And again, the just the UV filter, main reason I think you can use that is to protect the lens on your Avata. And then of course the standard day 4-pack filter kit gives you everything you need from an ND8 up to an ND64. I fly often in really bright days, and the ND64 was perfect for that. So yeah, I want to thank Freewell for sending me these filters for a review. And yeah, I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I do appreciate you taking the time to look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. We'll be using these Freewell filters and flying the Avata 2 a lot more. All right, see you guys later. Bye.